Yeah, so Los, I don't know, man. The final prediction, bro. You know what? I went the whole time. I thought it was gonna be Fury. I was tossing up. I was thinking Fury, Usyk, Fury, Usyk. But you know what? Yeah, very last minute, very last minute. If I had a gun to my head and I had to, like, I'm gonna go with Usyk in it. I want it to be Usyk. I'm gonna go for Usyk. But gun to head right now. But I'm talking. This is 50-50. So if I'm talking 50.1%, I'm like is our favorite Usyk right now. You feel me? What about you, man?
Early in the morning, early in the morning, in the morning.
What's going on, the people? Them is your boy Cam, Topical Juice, and well. Every dog has its day, as they say, and the dog that is Fury, his day is now. His day has come. All right. As you can see from the title, Oleksandre Usyk destroys, crushes Tyson Fury and his dreams and his camp's dreams to become undisputed heavyweight champion of the world. This is a crazy weekend. This is a fantastic weekend. I'm running off 3 hours sleep right now currently. But me, I've got ADHD, so I'm always high energy, but unless I'm really tired like yesterday. So I'm absolutely buzzing. I've got the Arsenal game later. Usyk beat Fury, which is exactly what I wanted to happen. This is a fantastic weekend. So guys, I'm going to talk about my prediction first. And then we're going to talk about the aftermath of the fight. And then we're going to break down the actual fight itself. This is going to be a deep, comprehensive breakdown of the fight and the context around it. I'm a boxing purist, guys. I've been watching boxing for years. So I'm going to tell you exactly why Usyk won this fight. And I'm going to break down some of the context around it, as I said. So let's just get straight into this video, guys. If you just press that like button for me, it makes a massive difference on how the YouTube video performs in the algorithm. If you like me, if you like my content, please consider pressing that subscribe button. I'm on a road to 50K. I'm nearly there. A massive milestone for me. I've been grinding for a long time. Please press the bell to be notified. I'll be dropping videos in the AM and the PM. So let me talk about my prediction. I've got to shout out my brother Esco for this year. Esco said that Usyk is going to beat Fury. For me, for months, I said, I can't call it, but I was leaning towards Fury. I said Fury's going to win on points, he's going to hit him to the body. And then a week out came and I kept flip-flopping. I said Usyk's going to win. Nah, Fury's going to win. Nah, damn it, Usyk's going to win. Nah, you know what, Fury's going to win, right? And I couldn't call it. And then last minute, my brother Loso shouted me. Shout out Loso, yeah? He said, yo, this is just before the ring walk. He said, yo, gun to head, who you got? I said, you know what, gun to head? I'm going Usyk. Gun to head, I'm going Usyk. Yeah, Usyk points. And I'm so glad, I'm so happy that came true. Yeah, I'm not even going to say that I claimed it early. I didn't. My boy Esco claimed it early. I mean, he even claimed that he'd knock him out. That was a bit too optimistic. Usyk ain't knocked no one out. But the point is, he backed Usyk from the start. And I backed him last minute at the end because I couldn't call it. But I'm so happy that Usyk won because he deserves to be the undisputed champion. Fury doesn't deserve to be the undisputed champion. And we're going to get into that. Now, before I get into the analysis of the actual fight itself and what I think happened and break it down properly, I want to talk about the aftermath real quick. Now, Fury is truly a trash and scummy individual. He really is. I'm not going to lie to you. This guy had the audacity after the fight to come out in front of people live on television and say, I think I won that fight. They must have given it to him because the war in Ukraine. This man has no class. This man has no shame. For you to start bringing politics into this year and say that's the reason why they gave it to him because they felt sorry for him, you're absolutely insane. Now, me personally, if I'm being honest with you, like me, I'm a straight talker. War has been going on in Africa for years. They never covered it. War has been happening in the Middle East for years and they never covered it. Loss of life, they didn't cover it. But when Ukraine kicked off, because Ukrainians kind of look like English people, they started to cover it more. And I thought, wow, this is insane. I can't believe it. War, loss of life. I'm praying for everyone out there, right? And then next thing I know, as soon as the war's kicked off, they're kicking black people off trains, making black people sleep on the street, waiting days to get on a train to get out of the city. I thought, what? You've got a war going on and you still got time to be racist. All right, I ain't got no time. I ain't got no empathy for you then. I got no sympathy for you. So I'm not even gonna make this political. Me, war's been happening everywhere. And we just pick and choose when to cover it. That's the facts of the reality. So I'm talking strictly boxing. But for him to come out and say that he's got no class, he has no shame, he has no dignity, it's truly pathetic, to be honest, actually. Then you got Frank Warren coming out at a press conference. Now I like Frank Warren, but he came out and said, what did he say? I wrote it down. He said, we should be proud of him and what he's done as a fighter. And what he's done for British boxing. And then he said specifically that British fans should get behind him, this, that and the other. Broski, You know Fury, if you know boxing the way I do, yeah, and you've been watching it as long as I have, Fury doesn't care about the British public. Go back to after the Klitschko fight, before he got depressed and whatnot. The reason he got depressed is because he thought he deserved more love when he came back after beating Klitschko. And that's why he was jealous of AJ and the support that he was getting when he was up and coming. He thought, where's my love? Oh, you know what, screw the British fans. He went depressed, then he came back, and then he flew to America, fighting in America for 4 years straight, slating the British public, saying he got no love. And he slates the British public any opportunity he can get. Even right now, as recently as right now, when he's been fighting in Saudi, he goes to Saudi, he gets treated like a king. He says, yeah, I go to Saudi, it's amazing here. They treat me with respect here. They roll out the red carpet for me here. They wipe my ass when I take a shit here. Oh, but the British fan, yeah, this. All England is good for is taxes and this. And now, don't get me wrong, I can't wait to leave this country. But all you do is slate the British fans any opportunity you get. You feel like you get all the love elsewhere. But at least Fury showed up. I thought after the loss he was going to run away and wasn't going to face the music. He did face the music, and I respect him for that. Now, do I think he's deluded for thinking he won the fight? No. Most fighters do think they won the fight. But he's just got no shame. He's got no class. I don't blame him for thinking he won. But he said something else actually after the fight. He said, yeah, me and my team, we thought we just had it in the bag. So if they told us that we were probably going to lose, or we were losing the last 2 rounds or so, I would have come out. Do you know how poor that is as a sportsman? Do you know how shocking that is tactically and logically to be like, oh yeah, I think we're winning, so I'm just going to take my foot off the pedal? That happens a lot in boxing, and it's not a good thing. Imagine Real Madrid in the Champions League final being 2-0 up, thinking they've got it in the bag, and they just kind of take their foot off the pedal and relax, and all of a sudden, Borussia Dortmund win 3-2 or 4-2. It's not professional, is it? You should go into every round giving it your all, so you know you've got the victory. You can't sit there and say, oh yeah, we thought we won it, so like we kind of just, took our foot off the... What? That's what, you're not a professional then, are you? Like, that's just not a good look. The guy's got no class, man. As I said, he's lied about giving stuff to charity. He lies all the time. Getting him in the ring is so difficult. He's ducked fighters a lot. Now, don't get me wrong. He beats 99% of the fighters in the division, apart from Usyk. But just getting him in the ring is so difficult. Even after he splattered Wilder in round 2, he had to get to court just to get him in for the trilogy. Do you know what I'm saying? He already splattered Wilder. Just go in there, do it again, and then you can fight AJ, etc. The guy is just problematic, and he comes from a family of no class. His dad is trash. His dad should be in jail in the Middle East for headbutting a child, basically. Do you understand? His family's trash, respectfully. Let's actually get into the fight itself. Now, I had the fight 8 rounds to Usyk, 4 to Tyson. And looking at some other boxing YouTube channels, they also had it 8-4. And I'm so glad that people saw the fight the way it was meant to be seen. You can argue if you want 7-5 to Usyk, but where are they getting this draw narrative from? Where are you getting this draw narrative from? It wasn't that close. It wasn't. Especially with the 10-8 round. The referee even saved him. Fam, if the referee didn't make that a standing 8 count, yeah, he would have got sparked out. So, like, it's crazy. Like, bro, there's no way in hell it was a draw, and there's no way in hell Fury won. If you want to give Fury some rounds, no diddy, that's like a 7-5 thing. But really and truly, it was 8-4. I gave Usyk the first 3 rounds, according to my notes. I said you can argue 4-2 Fury if you want, as I was trying to be like, not fair, but I was trying to be kind of, yeah, I suppose fair. But in my notes here, I've got Usyk 1, Usyk 2, Usyk 3. Now, this is where it changes. I have Fury winning the next 3 rounds. So after 6 rounds here, it's 3-3. And I was texting my boy Esco. I said, Usyk needs to pattern up. Fury's starting to find his rhythm. Ultimately, he seemed to gas out because Usyk always comes back stronger in the later rounds. Fury was lacking the uppercut. Usyk was screaming to be uppercutted. He was coming forward. He was pushing the pace. He was pushing the pace from the very beginning. Fam, the uppercut was there. Fury had so much length. No diddy. Do you understand? Pause. But Fury had so much length on Usyk, yeah. He had so much height. His reach was so much longer. But he kept fighting on the back foot all the time. I don't think he got his tactics right, if I'm being honest with you. I think he would have had more success if he did meet him in the centre of the ring. When Fury started to plant his feet more in the 3rd, 4th and 5th, he was having success. He planted his feet. He met him in the middle, in fact, yeah. And he was hitting him to the body. That's where Usyk is vulnerable. Facts. What do we know? He got dropped in the amateurs to the body. He got dropped by Dubois to the body. Now, obviously, it was a low blow, but some argue it wasn't a low blow. Some argue it's legitimate. So whatever, you can have your opinion on that. He got dropped to the body then. AJ's best round in the rematch was round 9 when he was pressuring him to the body, and obviously he was headhunting as well, but that's where he was having success. AJ had success to the body. Do you understand? Usyk is vulnerable to the body, and I thought Fury was going to go in there and do the body stuff, but he didn't really and truly. When he did, he had success. But the uppercut, he was screaming for the uppercut, and it wasn't there. Sorry, and he wasn't throwing it enough. He wasn't throwing it enough. Now, another thing I observed, yeah, when he switched to southpaw, he was having success. Fury switched to southpaw, yeah, and he was having success against Usyk. Usyk, obviously, when you're a southpaw versus orthodox, the main punch is your backhand. You understand? When Fury turned to southpaw, obviously their lead hands were the same. So Usyk didn't have the kind of advantage of kind of bobbing and weaving and using his backhand, his back straight to clip Fury. So Fury was having success, but he then flipped back and didn't capitalize on that. So I thought Usyk in the first 3 rounds was pushing the pace from start to finish. In fact, he was landing the cleaner shots. And what Fury was trying to do, yeah, he was trying to psychologically finesse boxing fans who aren't like casuals, basically. And you know how he was doing that? Through the showboating. Guys, Fury showboats, yeah. He showboats now and then. He was showboating more than ever before against the best fighter he's ever faced. The reason why he did that was purely psychological, guys. He wants to convince people that the punches maybe aren't landing, or he's having fun in there, and it's kind of, he's just loosey-goosey, he's enjoying himself, it's easy work, yeah? But the reality is, he was showboating after Usyk would banged him out about 2 or 3 times, you understand? I was seeing through that straight away, and the commentator, you know what, I've got to give the credit to the commentator. The commentator saw through it as well. The commentator saw through the bullshit as well. So anyway, after 6 rounds, I had it even. Right now, this is where Usyk started to run away with it. Right, so the 7th and the 8th and the 9th I gave to Usyk. These were the swing rounds. You feel me? Fury was dominating at this point, right? And then you've got like Eddie Hearn and that saying, "Oh yeah, it could have been a draw. I think Fury won the first half and Usyk won the." Brother, you've been in boxing longer than I've been alive, right? What are you talking about? There was no way Fury won the first half of the fight. Impossible, guys. Like, I'm sorry, it's just not true. Anyway, the swing round happened in round 7 where Usyk started to dominate again. And this is where he was switching levels. I was screaming at the TV next to my brother Jay. I was like, Usyk, why have you stopped going to the body and then feinting to the body to the head? He had success early when he was targeting the body, like straight away. Go back and watch it. I've only watched it once. But the very first punch Usyk threw within the first 2 seconds was a straight left to the body. So I was thinking, get back to the body, Usyk, and then switch levels to the head again. That's exactly what he did, and he started to dominate. You could see that the pace was getting too much for Fury, right? If you want to give him the 7th, fine, like whatever. Like, I'm trying to be fair here, but the reality is, I gave Usyk the next 5 rounds, and then I kind of gave Fury maybe either the last 1 or 2. Sorry, either the 11th or the 12th. But let's talk about the 9th. Oh my gosh. Oh my days. Usyk clips him, lands flush with a straight left, I think again, yeah? Close quarters, and he absolutely wobbles Fury to Ross. I couldn't believe it. Mr. Usyk, Mr. Pillow Fist, he hasn't knocked out anyone since Tony Bellew, yeah? Well, I mean, he made Dubois quit, but it's Dubois, man. But he literally had Tyson on the ropes. My man was, do the stanky leg. My man slide to the left, slide to the right. You know in WWE wrestling when they run to the ropes and bounce off them like, whoop, and they run to the other ropes and whoop. that's what Fury was doing, but he was gangling to the ropes and whoop, literally he was all over the gaff. And the referee, yeah, bro, really and truly, the referee saved him. Now, do I think it was a bad call from the ref to step? Not really. I think because Fury kind of fell on the ropes, you can that's a knockdown. You understand? So I wasn't mad in the moment that the referee jumped in, but some referees wouldn't jump in. They would let Usyk get the job done. So can you argue the referee saved him? 100% you can argue that. Do I think the referee saved him? 60-40, 70-30, yeah. But the reality is, I'm not mad at it because it was a knockdown, you feel me? So it is what it is. But that's where Usyk started to dominate. You've got a 10-8 round there now. Not only that, he beats him again on the next round, and he beats him again, arguably in the next round. If you want to give Tyson the 11th for the 12th fight, and so be it. But ultimately, it was an 8-4 victory for Usyk. And I don't see how you can argue it any other way, especially with the knockdown. Even if you want to give Tyson the first 6, and then Usyk the second 6, with the knockdown, Usyk wins. There is no reality in which Tyson Fury won that fight, nor is it a draw. It was never a draw. Like, I'm sorry. Like, it is what it is, and I'm just so glad that the people that really know boxing, that I've seen online, we're all in agreement. You understand? We're all in agreement that this was the right result. Now, Alex Krasiuk, Usyk's promoter, he is the realest person with the most shame, the most dignity. I respect him. He came out and honestly said, yeah, that was about 7-5. Like, he gave an honest opinion on the fight. He said Usyk won the first 3, Tyson won the next 3, and then it was a close fight after that. But he reckons about 7-5. That is real. What promoter do you know says it so honestly like that and transparent? Now, I even disagree. I think it was 8-4, but 7-5, I won't argue with that. You know what I'm saying? 7-5, it is what it is. He's got dignity. He's got class. He's not saying, oh yeah, Usyk blew him out, this, that, and the other. Pause. But he was honest about it. And I respect Alex Krasiuk for that. The only thing I thought Krasiuk lied about, is the injury to Usyk. I felt that Usyk did get, not injured, but he obviously got hurt in the fight, innit? So he was like, oh yeah, Usyk's got to go to hospital right now. It's an old injury that keeps flaring up, etc., etc., etc. So I was under the impression that Usyk was at the hospital, right? He ended up coming to the press conference much later, like I think it was like 3 a.m, 3:30 a.m. He ended up coming to the press conference later, but he said, he's at the hospital, so he can't come, right? But then right at the end, it was a bit of a Freudian slip, to be honest. Right at the end, he goes, if Usyk's still in the locker room, I'm gonna go join him, basically. So I was thinking, fam, if Usyk's in the locker room, he could have come to the press conference. Like, what are you doing? What are you talking about? So that's probably the only thing he probably lied about. But at the end of the day, Usyk wasn't that hurt. He ended up coming to the press conference much later, like a few hours later after Fury. I was dozing off and I saw that he was talking, so I was like, oh, okay. So yeah, outside of that, he's got integrity, they've got class, and Usyk deserves this victory. Fury, this ain't your era. It never was. Fury conned the public for years and years and years, and I'm grateful that the right man won. I said at the start of the fight, I only want the best man to win. As much as I want Usyk to win, I'm not gonna hate on Fury. But the reality is, when you're a boxing fan, a fan of the sport, not a person. When you're a fan of the sport, you know that Tyson Fury didn't deserve this. You feel me? Like me, I'm real. My friends are real. We like the sport. We don't idol worship. We don't, I just love Tyson Fury so much, so I'm just going to be blind and to what he does. And, I just love Anthony Joshua so much. No. I love AJ, but I've been critical of him for years. Yeah, but obviously now he's turned it around. He's back to kind of being his best version, or one of the best versions of himself. But I was critical of him because I expected more from him. He should do better. The same way, as much as I don't like Tyson Fury, he's beaten everyone comprehensively, and I can't argue with that. When you get him in the ring, he's fantastic. He's a fantastic fighter. He's got high IQ. Yeah, he's got great powers of recovery. He's a fantastic fighter. But as a person outside the ring, he's trash. Now, it's as simple as that. He's trash. So when you're a fan of the sport, this was the fairy tale ending that we all needed. I thought it was going to be AJ's era. It's not. It's Usyk's era. Usyk is the greatest fighter of his generation. There is no two ways about it. He's gone from cruiserweight. I mean, I'm not going to lie, cruiserweight division, it wasn't that competitive. It wasn't the best. But the reality is he can only beat who was in front of him, right? So he cleaned out the cruiserweight division. He goes up to heavyweight and cleans out heavyweight. The body's on his record. AJ once, AJ twice, Dubois, Tyson Fury. What? He's cleaned them man out. Obviously, yeah, he got Chisora, but I mean, Chisora was arguably winning that fight, to be honest. I mean, I think he lost. Usyk definitely won, but you know, it was close for a while. But fam, Usyk is the greatest of his generation, and I do want to see the rematch. I do. I thought the Saudis will try and like do a thing where they try and make the AJ fight happen next. It could happen next because Fury lost and AJ lost to Usyk. They might try and make that fight, not for the belts, just for the thingy. You feel me? And let Usyk recover. So who knows? What do you think? Do you think they'll have the rematch? I don't know. You know, they were talking about, oh yeah, we'll just go back to our kids and we'll talk about it and this, that, and the other. When people say that, the rematch doesn't usually happen, if I'm being honest. So we'll see if Tyson even wants the rematch. He might want the payday versus AJ. They both lost. to Usyk, so it's, you know, battle of the Usyk losers, you feel me? So, but yeah, man, I back AJ to win that fight still. I really do. I back AJ, this new AJ to really, I actually back him to knock Tyson Fury out, if I'm being honest with you. So we'll see, man, but that's my breakdown of the fight. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Do you think Usyk deserved to win? Do you think Tyson deserved to win? If you do think Tyson deserved to win, please tell me why, because otherwise I'll be like, what are you talking about, bro? What are you actually talking about? But I'm just so happy, man. I'd like to go back to sleep because I'm running off 3 hours, but me, I'm high energy, man. You know me, I'm, what do you call it, neurodivergent and all that, you feel me? But I got an Arsenal game later, so if anyone's at an Arsenal game, look out for your boy, you're done already. Hopefully Arsenal can win. Fam, if God makes this happen somehow, that Arsenal beat Everton, City like lose to West Ham or something, and we win the league the same weekend that Usyk won the, this will go down as the greatest weekend of my life. As in, fam, my life. Anyway, guys, let me know your thoughts, man. Like, comment, subscribe. Yeah, man, stay safe, stay blessed, stay vigilant. Peace.